Kilo Niner, Alpha Echo Echo.
Alpha Echo Echo, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Alpha Echo Echo, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Name here is Kent Kilo Echo November Tango, Kent in Valparaiso, Indiana.
Roger, Roger. Kent, and what radio are you on today, sir?
Roger, Roger. Kent, and what radio are you on today, sir?
IC 7610.
Yes, sir. Kent, if you would give me about 10 seconds, tell me about your antenna system, and let me see if I can get you on my local antenna. Roger, Roger.
Your antenna system, and let me see if I can get you on my local antenna. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Head in an inverted L configuration, temporarily not high enough, but that's what it is, and it's a 4010, and I have the wire to make it an 8010, but my physical condition has not allowed me to get up and get my 80-meter wire up. Back to you.
Roger, Roger, Kent. I have a beautiful signal on you on my 0-degree 10-foot vertical magnetic loop. You're looks to be about 20 over. So, man, there's a lot of garbage up north. I don't know where it's coming from exactly, but I've been dealing with it all afternoon. Just sidevent garbage. Somebody's overmod and just trash on the excursions. Just terrible. But I can't seem to find them. They're not that hot on my local antenna, but they just tear me up on Milford. So anyway, I've got a beautiful signal on you. I've looked at your audio. You are fairly unprocessed, so we can make you fatter if you would be interested. First thing is to consider if you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandpass mode. I don't know if you're familiar with that. If you're not familiar with it, just take a note that you want to check to be sure that you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandpass mode. Roger?
I am indeed in that 100 to 2900, and on that same screen the treble is +3 and the bass is -3, and that's all the equalizer settings I have on this radio.
Yes, sir. Well, let's go on with the setup. Setup starts with you engaging your compressor at a 3. It's a token amount, something you'll never hear on the air, but it helps us arrive at our 3 dB dynamic range at the end of the setup. So if you would, compressor on at a 3, and that's a 3 out of 10. It's a 30 out of 100. It just depends on how your compressor is labeled input-wise. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Yeah, it's been a 3. I've had it a 3 now for as long as I've had this radio. So, yeah, compressor is on at a 3.
Excellent, excellent. Now move to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word, which is audio, and stretch that word out, audio, and you become a human test tone. So, and we don't want you to stress the word. Just say the word like you would say any other word in a QSO. And as you say that word, audio, adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running 2/3. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Okay, here we go. Audio, 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 audio. Okay, that's about, I would say 2/3, somewhere in there, 2/3 of the ALC scale.
Yes, sir, and you look to be about 3 dB dynamic range, which is a nice fat signal, but your words are crystal clear. Now what I want you to do is give me 10 seconds and tell me about the best thing you like about the radio so I can hear your audio again.
Oh, man, the best thing I like about this radio is that I've got I've got a monitor setting up on the shelf here that I can lean back and put my feet up on the desk and I can read this screen. I've got the spectrum scope on. I've got a multifunction meter that gives me every meter that this radio has, from S meter, power meter, ALC, compression, SWR, ID, voltage, and temperature. So I can see all that just all the time when I'm on the radio. Back to you.
Show off. that 7610 is a radio that I would love to have, because the thing is, I think you're coming out on a HDMI cable that you can go right to a big screen TV, and everything moves through that HDMI cable. Is that a Roger?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was an old. When I got the radio, it was. I already had the monitor sitting in a closet from an old PC, and so I just got it out, hooked it up, and had the cable. Everything was perfect. So yeah, it's great.
Yes, just beautiful and so sensible. I mean, just, every radio should be like that. And, I just don't know why it's not, because, the whole world moves by HDMI. Everybody's got a monitor with, or television, with an HDMI input, so it just makes good sense. Now, all right, let's get down to specifics on that 7610. You have a button called, what is that? Not jump, skip. It takes you to, what is that button? It's on your radio, and it's, gosh, I can't think of the name of it now.
Well, there's a quick button.
Yes, sir, it's a quick button. Hit quick and tell me what your readings are.
Okay.
Okay, hit quick, and that should take you to drive. And normally drive will be at 55, but we suggest 65. 65 on your drive. Roger?
Hang on just a minute. Every time I push the talk button, the quick screen disappears. So hang on just a minute. I'll see what it is. Okay, drive gain is at 50%.
Yes, sir. Take that drive up to 65. Take your drive up to 65. Roger, Roger?
Drive is 65.
All righty now, and let's see. Tell me the best thing you like about amateur radio in about 10 seconds, Roger?
Well, there's all sorts of things I like, but right now my current interest is parks on the air. I'm not an activator. I sit here and I talk to parks on the air all over the country, and even over in England, and a lot in the Dominican Republic, and so that's my current best interest. Back to you.
Yes, sir. Now, let's go to your EQ page, if you would. I think you told me about that just a little bit earlier. And I want you to go +2 clicks additional treble EQ. +2 additional treble EQ from where you are. Roger?
Okay, I'm on right now. I'm on, treble is +3. Treble is now +5.
Alrighty, let me hear you just a little bit. But before that, let's take your bass EQ up 1 click. +1 click additional bass increase. Bass increase 1 click from where it is.
Bass is increased at 1 click.
Alrighty, and tell me something else I don't know in about 10 seconds.
Peter Rabbit is not a real person. He's just a fairy tale.
Alrighty, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to key for about 3 seconds and don't say anything. I just want to see where that compressor goes when it expands. So you come back and you'll key for 3 seconds and not say anything, and then back off your key.
Roger, roger.
Yes, sir. I saw that it's only a 1 dB increase or thereabouts, and I'm sure you saw that on your watt meter, just a little quiver down at the bottom. Not much at all, Roger?
Well, I'm not seeing my watt meter right now, so I don't know.
Yes, sir. Just a little bit. That's my way. If you were expanding a great deal, that meter would suck up between those words to like 0 level. Equal to your voice peaks if it was really, a tremendous amount of compression. And this way, it just barely wiggled there at the bottom. So it's excellent. Roger, Roger.
Roger, roger.
So I would get the Gorilla Tape out and tape her down. And if you want to hear your beautiful audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will bring you to our Qso-Vlog page. This will be cut number 1 in a series of 2,300 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Roger, Roger. I have watched your videos a little over a year ago when I was really getting into this, and probably 2 years ago now. So anyway, back to you, and if that's it, 73, KC9VKV, K9 Alpha Echo Echo.
Roger, Roger, sir. You are very loud, but crystal clear, and your level is repetitive back to the 0 point, which indicates that the limiter is functioning just perfectly, and so you're well-tuned 3 dB dynamic range, which means your average percent of peak modulation is somewhere around 80 to 85%, so just beautiful. Let me say 73 there, Kent. You have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. If you can, join us next Friday. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Yeah, if I don't get caught, I have a hard time remembering stuff. I get caught up in stuff, but anyway, if I'll put you on the schedule, and I'll tune you in.
Yes, sir, Kent. When somebody tells you you have beautiful audio, just think of us. I'm kidding. 73, Kent. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog Net. We're moving towards 5 o'clock, and we run live till 5. So if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.